my friends. Welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and if you are new to my channel, hey, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing, and if you are back, welcome back. Not sure what my neighbors are doing. Anyway, I'm here to join you all today for a WIP and Chat. WIP stands for work in progress, and Chat stands for chat. So feel free to whip out your WIP and work alongside me. I'm going to be working on a diamond painting, and this video may be a little bit on the shorter side. You might be able to tell that I have a bit of a froggy voice. You might hear a little bit of coughing from me. I do have a cough drop in. But I really wanted to sit and chat with you guys. I'm not totally sure quite how long I'm going to make it. So I super appreciate your understanding and everything in advance. Sorry, I just realized I need to grab a metal multi-placer swap in here. So let me give you a really quick rundown of what we're working with today. So I'm going to be working on the kit Storm Blessed, which is from Enabler's Outpost. They sent this over to me to share on my channel, and I am obsessed with the artwork and really wanted to work on it. I wasn't quite ready to dive into Christmassy kits, and I really wanted to try out Enabler's Outpost squares. So this is from the artist The Colorful Cat Studio, aka Rachel Byler, and I believe it is still available from the Enabler's Outpost website. So I will link to it below if it is. I thought that since I'm working on an Enabler's Outpost kit with you guys, it'd be fun to use some of my other Enabler's Outpost accessories, because yes, they have diamond paintings, but they also make beautiful, beautiful pens like this one, which kind of is close to the color scheme. It's so pretty, and I actually have not used it before. So this is from Enabler's Outpost, and this is from Enabler's Outpost. I'll be using this in my multi-placer. This is their scented putty, which they call Enabler's Outpost Chit. This is the version 2 version, and it's in the scent Marshmallow. And then I thought I would use some Patty Wax Super Sticky in my single placer, because I haven't tried that out in a while. And then my second pen that I'll be working with is, this is from C'est Plus Beau à Tour. It's been a while since I've worked with one of my C'est Plus Beau à Tour pens, so I thought this one also matched the color scheme nicely too. This minder, this was a gift that I think someone it was one of my viewers had gotten this as an enamel pin from AliExpress and had converted it into a minder for me in a really, really incredibly sweet and thoughtful Happy Mail package. But since this kit has a dragon in it, I just thought I just dropped it. I just thought this one was really fitting. And then tray-wise, because this kit has lots of pretty like neutrals and golds, I pulled out this shiny gold tray from Muni Made. And this was part of the Summer with the Masters set that she curated for Summer with the Masters, which is an event that I've hosted the past couple of years with Jessica at Tiny Worlds of Wonder. Excuse me. It came with a coordinating lid and stopper that are really pretty, but I just grabbed the tray itself to use for our WIP and Chat today. So let me get my pen loaded up with some putty. I don't know, you guys. I feel like I can hear it in my voice. I don't think this is going to go too terribly long, but I was sitting here and I was like, do I want to go another week without a WIP and Chat? And I thought, do I really want to get on and talk with people and catch up? I already was really light on videos last week from being sick, and I exhausted my backup videos for my rainy day, like when I'm sick and couldn't film. I exhausted those over the weekend, and I was like, I really want to get back into it, you guys. So we'll see how this goes. So how are you guys doing? I really, really, really hope that you are doing well and staying healthy and all the things. This video is coming to you a day late because I couldn't see myself, even with a cough drop, making it through attempting to film a WIP and Chat last night. So I just was kind of like, I'm just gonna go, either there won't be one this week or it'll just be late. So this is one way you can load putty. I feel like it works okay with Enabler's Outpost putty. I don't necessarily always have this kind of luck with loading putty that way, but with Enabler's Outpost Chit, it seems to work okay, where it just kind of like smushed it down flat and kind of cut it off. So we'll see if that does the trick or if I'm gonna have to add a little bit more. But that smells really, really good. That smells really good. Let's load up my single placer. Obviously some Denise. I've had this tin of super sticky patty wax for like over 2 years. I think I got it like shortly after I started diamond painting, honestly. It does tend to leave a little bit of residue, especially on your first few drills. So if that kind of thing really bugs you, I recommend having like a little tray with some sacrifice drills in it and just like lightly press down on those drills. They're like trash drills, you know, that you're not going to place anyway. Press down on a few of those and that'll kind of get rid of the residue and hopefully, you know, leave you set with some, you know, super sticky ready to go. So let me get situated here. We're going to finish up this section. I just have one color left in this section and then we'll move on to the next section. This kit is really incredibly confetti heavy. That is not a complaint. Did I put that magnet backwards? Oh, no, there it is. Okay. It's absolutely not a complaint because the way that all the neutrals are coming together is incredibly beautiful. So not a complaint in the slightest, but it is very, very, very confetti heavy. So it's taking me a little bit longer to finish because of that. Like it's just generally, like, I'm just at the halfway point. And I started this, I mean, it's only a 50 by 60 canvas. And so I actually would have expected that I might be done by this point, and I'm really just over halfway. Part of that is because I've been sick and low energy, but the other part of it is truly that it's just very incredibly confetti heavy. I apologize for, you're going to have a little bit of shaking in this video. I really hope I don't make anyone seasick. I didn't have the energy to pull over all the stuff that I used to kind of give me a more stable setup, I suppose. So I thought better imperfect WIP and Chat than none at all. So maybe you're one of those people that doesn't really actually watch the screen and you mostly just listen anyway. But yeah, so I am really enjoying working on this kit a lot. And a huge thank you to Elizabeth and Edward for sending it over and thinking of me. I'll try to remember to link to the unboxing of it if you're curious, but you'll hear me just getting super excited about the artwork and my first impressions of this kit. And I think this is a good one. I certainly hope that we may see more from this artist at Enablers Outpost. Fingers crossed. So after I finish this one, though, by the way, my most sincere apologies if my mic is picking up the sounds of my cough drop. If you are a fellow struggler with misophonia, apparently my husband does not have headphones on. I'm sorry. And the poor guy is like the biggest victim of my mesophania woes. But yeah, so my apologies. But again, better an imperfect WIP and Chat than none at all, I hope. So what's been going on? Well, you got a WIP and Chat from me on time last week, and I was feeling a little under the weather in that one, maybe. Just powering through and all that. And then the next morning, woke up feeling like someone was trying to stab my esophagus with razors. Excruciating. And I thought, is this strep? And Connor, the day before, had started with a fever halfway through the day. So we kept him home from school. Micah seemed fine, so we sent him. But then, I don't know. Then it was just like dominoes. Then Micah had a low-grade fever by the end of the day, Monday. And I think it was on Tuesday. I picked myself up and went to urgent care first thing in the morning because it was worse. And tested raging positive on a rapid strep test. was like, great, just great. And so I'm asking the urgent care doctor, I'm like, I know you don't have my children in front of you, but they seem to be symptomatic with very similar symptoms. I assume that I should bring them in to be evaluated for strep again. And I was like, my oldest had strep like the second week of November. And I was like, is this just, do we just think it didn't clear up? And that was kind of the doctor's hypothesis. And someone had said in the comments on either my community post or maybe in one of my WIP and Chats, they were like, make sure you throw out the toothbrush. That was one of the things that the doctor told us. They were like, did you throw out his toothbrush after he did his antibiotics? And I was like, no, did not do that. So they were like, yeah, the strep strain that's going around or whatever seems to be really stubborn and really contagious, and toothbrushes are a huge culprit for reinfection. And I was like, I had strep a lot as a child, like almost, like I was just like one infection short, like 2 years in a row of getting my tonsils out. I don't know if that's a thing in other countries or if that's just like a US thing, but like I was super close to needing to just get my tonsils out more than 1 year. This is the first time I think I've had it as an adult though. But anyway, so I just asked the doctor, I'm like, do we think this is just the same strain? And then like it got Adam last time. Mike and I were spared, but it took out Micah and I this time. So I just literally walked up to the receptionist as I was checking out. I was like, can I make appointments for my kids to bring them back? Like, what's the earliest you have available? So we were back in a couple hours, and they took one look at Connor's throat, and we're like, we don't even need to swab him. Like, yes, he has strep. You're positive for strep. Like, symptoms with your kids, they have strep too. So all started on antibiotics. And, but then, you guys, for 2 to 3 days, at least, I was the sickest that I have been in an extremely long time. Worse than when I had the you-know-what at the beginning of this year. Like, way worse. Which I had tested. I had tested multiple of us for that several times, because at first I was convinced that that's what it was. Kept testing negative. No, strep. Great. So I completely lost my train of thought. Then I was just so extremely sick, and I swear I'm not trying to be like melodramatic or attention seeking. Not at all. I would much rather that my family and I be healthy. I don't like being sick. I don't want to try to get attention from being sick. I just want to be healthy. Full stop. I'm not exaggerating when I say that I haven't been this sick since I had mono. I had mono and a sinus infection at the same time when I was in college, which was a while ago. I think that's the last time I was this sick. I was just like, I felt like I was just in constant pain. Like my body was just constantly in pain. And I was sleeping all the time. And like my joints, my muscles, my everything hurt. It was horrendous. And the antibiotics did take some time. Hold on, I'm going to adjust you just a little bit. So I can reach this a little better. Okay. The antibiotics did take some time to kick in. Strep is a nasty infection. That's just how it goes. Open up a new section. Yeah, we have some glare. Can I help that a little bit? Hold on a second. Let me see. There we go. Help a little bit. Just a little bit. So no, I was really freaking sick. So no videos went up. I couldn't even edit my backup videos. I was just laying on the couch. I didn't diamond paint for I don't know how many days because I was like, I literally can't fathom being vertical for that length of time. That's just not going to happen. So there was just a lot of sleeping. The kids both missed a whole week of school. And look, you guys, it doesn't look that way in camera. In person, that actually looks really close in color, but no, in camera, it really doesn't. So look, a little bit of color blocking, just a little bit, just a little bit of color blocking. And if you happen to remember, Adam and I were supposed to go to Florida for a film premiere. This whole event, we've been looking forward to it forever. It's the one that got rescheduled because of the hurricane several weeks back. And even with starting antibiotics and everything, we were supposed to leave like really early on Wednesday morning. Honestly, really late Tuesday night. And there was just absolutely no way. I was non-functional. I was like, I just would have been crying in pain the whole time. But I was I'm completely devastated that I had to miss that because it was so special. It was a huge, huge, huge achievement and milestone and celebration for Adam and his accomplishments. And I just was, as he's sending me pictures and stuff when he was there, because it was a super quick trip. Like fly in one day, premieres the next day, fly out the next. Whirlwind trip. But as he's sending me pictures and stuff, I'm like, I just want to be there. Like, I want to be celebrating you with you, and I'm so stinking proud of you, and I just wish I could be there, darn it. But what can you do? Like, I was super sick. I kind of joked when I was talking to my mom about it later. I was like, I feel like things were working against me to be unable to go between the hurricane and then getting like the sickest I have been in 15 years. Like, what the heck? Not fair. But if you guys were curious, Adam, can I tell him the name of the movie? Yeah. I'll link to the IMDb page for it, but the title of the film is 115 Grains. It's a thriller. And like, I watched the trailer on the IMDb page, and I was like, holy cow, this looks so cool. And it looks super freaking professional, like, especially given the budget that they were working under for that movie. But if you're a film nerd, you might, and depending on like what shows you watch and stuff, you might recognize like some of the names of the actors that they had. And I just am like, I want to see it so bad. But there's not a way to see it yet because it's gonna make the festival circuit and stuff, and so like it's not gonna be distributed or available anywhere until then. So unfortunately, I can't be like, you can go here to watch this movie. But Adam was your credit was co-writer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, co-writer. But he did, I was here. He did a whole heck of a lot of that writing. But that's just such an incredibly cool experience, and I was really devastated to miss it. I suppose it worked out okay because the kids, I think, probably with as sick as the kids were, they probably really wanted their mom. But Adam's parents would have happily, the plan was for them to stay with the kids while Adam and I both went. But his mom did come up and help one evening, and she brought over, while Adam was gone, she brought over some groceries, and I was like, this is how much I love and trust you and feel comfortable with you, because I just was like, the kitchen was a complete disaster. I felt like the house was just generally a disaster because it would be like all I could do to like basically crawl to the kitchen and make myself a cup of tea or force myself to like eat a cup of soup so that I wouldn't get sick from the medicine I was trying to take to manage like my pain and stuff. It was awful. It was so bad, you guys. But she came over and I just quickly tried to get over any, self-consciousness that I felt when she asked like what she could do to help. I was like, could you unload the dishwasher and reload it? And I was like, could you help with folding this laundry? Just stuff. I was like, it's just stuff that I can't even bring myself to do. And I even at one point was like, okay, having a really small burst of energy right now. I'm going to go take a shower while you can watch the kids, make sure that they're good. I'm going to take advantage because I have some energy. you guys, I took a shower and I promptly came back downstairs and fell asleep on the couch for 2 hours because taking a shower was that draining. Like, I wish that I were exaggerating how incredibly sick and exhausted I was. And I really just kind of withdrew. That's kind of my MO for when I'm not feeling well, is that when I don't have any, like, I don't even have like the physical energy to sort of do my day-to-day anyway. Like, if I don't have the physical energy for that, I definitely don't have like the mental energy that it takes me on a good day to be social. Even though being social might just mean responding to messages or texts or trying to check in and stay up to date on socials and my channel and stuff. So I kind of just went into like hunker down mode and just trying to focus on making it through the day and the hour and everything. So that's why it was pretty well radio silent. And I feel like I started to feel a lot better. Well, yeah, like I feel like I've improved in a lot of ways from how I was feeling a week ago. Like, I'm able to be upright. I'm able to like make some and actually eat some food. I will never again take for granted being able to swallow without excruciating pain, because that's a fun hallmark of strep throat. I remember Connor would see me just like hunch over and flinch anytime I would swallow. Completely involuntary reaction. I'd be like, Mommy, are you okay? Even Adam's mom noticed it when she was over, when she saw me like do a full body flinch when I swallowed. And I was like, I was like, it just is that painful to swallow. Like, I can't I can't help it. Excuse me. Unfortunately, I don't think this is related to strep. I think this is something else, but I'm sick with something different. Maybe my immune system was down or something. I don't know if it's bronchitis, or I hope it's not the flu. I don't know if I picked something up when I went into urgent care. That's what my doctor said when I messaged her on my patient portal. She was like, I suggest maybe taking another over-the-counter you-know-what test, because she's like, I've had some patients that have picked that up when they've gone into urgent care for other stuff. And so I did that. Nope, still negative. But I'd have to go in to get like an official, if there's like bronchitis or pneumonia or flu or something going on. But she's like, you're already on antibiotics for strep. That's going to take care of like anything we can really do anything about right now. So she gave me a couple of like red flags and stuff to watch out for. But she's like, otherwise it's probably like some kind of respiratory virus that we just have to wait out anyway. So, but it's unfortunate because Connor and I both seem to have it though. Like, we're both coughing a lot, coughing really hard. And like, I'm wheezing some when I breathe. Like, it's just, yeah, no, that's what's going on. Now that I've spent half a WIP and Chat going me poor me, let's talk about other stuff that's like less doom and gloom and me poor me. And my apologies to my Patreon members that might have like watched the vlog and been like, you already talked about all this stuff, you already complained about being sick and all this other stuff. And like, yeah, I know, but let me grab a drink of water though and cough again. Excuse me. Fortunately, both kids went back to school, and I contacted their teachers and let them know what was going on, and was like, this is the deal. They've been on antibiotics for almost a week at this point. I don't want them to keep missing school. Like, yes, Connor is still doing some coughing. We've reminded him to cover and cough into his elbow and stuff. But if they're still, too sick to be there, just let us know. Because, the cough can stick around for a really long time. Even after you're not necessarily, like, contagious. So, So they both made it back to school today. Yay. Micah, I think, actually was super stoked about it because he came home in a really stinking good mood and was very, very, very happy. I was really proud of myself because a couple weeks back, like a week and a half ago, I did finally make the call to his, to the place that we want him to go for speech therapy. I had to leave a message, and they haven't called me back yet, and I'm really bummed. I want to be like, do you know how long it took me to get it together and get through my executive dysfunction, anxiety, whatever you want to call it, and make this call, and now I have to do it all over again because you haven't called me back. Anyway, that's on my to-do list. Speaking of my to-do list, I am, albeit very belatedly, because this has been suggested multiple times by multiple people in my life, to try using a to-do list to be able to like manage my tasks and not forget my, things that need to get done a little bit better. Did write one of those up yesterday, and I've been trying to, I keep it next to me just to kind of have that visual reminder nearby and try to take care of some stuff. And maybe it did help because I did call our car dealer to take my car in for the work that needs done, which as of in last week's WIP and Chat, I might have been like, oh, I'm taking it in tomorrow. Well, then I woke up Tuesday morning and was like, no, that would have been a different day. Never mind. I don't remember if I mentioned in a past WIP and Chat about like, oh yeah, I'm finally taking my car in. I ended up canceling that appointment because we were starting to all get sick, and I was like, I need to not be without a car, because I feel like I'm going to need it to drive us to urgent care and stuff, and that was the right call. But this work still needs done. It's extremely time sensitive because one of the things that's wrong is there's a check engine light on in my car, and I found out that your car, it's, at least from what I was told when I tried to take my car to get a smog check, because that's a thing in the state of California, that your car has to pass a smog check every couple of years, depending on like the make of your car and stuff. Depends on how often you have to like submit like a smog certification with it. I discovered as I was taking my car in to get smogged, they were like, oh no, if your check engine light is on, it's usually an automatic fail on the smog check, like with the system. And I was like, oh, crud. So I was like, well, now I really have to get this in. But then we were all sick like death, so I wasn't going to do it then. And so then what happened today was that I had my to-do list nearby, and I was like, okay, let me take care of this thing on my to-do list. And I was able to go online to make the appointment. And originally I was planning to take my car in on Wednesday because it was a day that Adam wouldn't be in the office, and so he could, go with me to take it and drop it off and stuff. And as I was looking, I was like, actually, like, I can drop my car off as late as like 5:30 this afternoon, and Adam was working from home, so I was like, do you want it? I know this is like last minute, but like, do you want to throw the kids in the car? We could take my car now and they can start working on it. Like, I don't have to have a car tomorrow. I really want to have my car back by the weekend to, for some plans that I have, which I'll talk about more in a bit. But it's like, I just, if we drop it off today, then I'm more likely to make sure that I have it back by Friday. So he's like, oh yeah, let's do it. Originally Maps had told me it was only going to be a 15-minute drive, and no, we ended up leaving, and I should have realized, drove during rush hour traffic, and it was like a 25-minute drive or 28-minute drive. I don't know. But we dropped my car off. They'll call me in the morning to tell me, like, they were going to have a technician there to like look at it tonight, because I was dropping it off like at the very end of the day, which I was like, that's fine. Someone will look at it first thing in the morning, probably, most likely, and then they'll call me and tell me what is, what's going on, they need to do to repair it, and all that stuff. So I'm dreading it, but at the same time, like, I'm glad that I'm taking care of it. I'm trying to take care of stuff and all of that. So that is taken care of. Oh, I also have a funny story to tell you guys too. I should have mentioned this earlier to bring some levity to like the crazy situation that was happening. So on, what day was it? On Thursday. So starting to feel, I was probably like 25% human on that day. Tops. Yeah, not even. But Connor used the upstairs restroom and then came out and said, Mommy, the toilet's clogged, which occasionally happens. I don't think we have the best plumbing, to be honest with you. So I was like, okay, like I'll come take care of it. You guys, I cannot get this freaking toilet unclogged. Sorry for the TMI, but there's a funny reason that I'm telling you about this. I tried on and off for like over the course of 24 hours. It was absolutely ridiculous. I actually felt like I hurt my hand from trying to do this. This has never been a problem. I've never been able to get a toilet unclogged. So I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. I guess I have to call a plumber. And so it was later in the day on Thursday, I called a plumber, and they're like, well, I called a couple of different plumbers actually, hoping that someone would be able to come out that same day. And they're like, everyone was like, I'm sorry, we don't have availability till tomorrow. I was like, well, it's okay. We have another toilet in the house. Like, it'll be fine. Then the plumber came out, and he was like a young guy. He was real nice and everything. And, he was asking me, like the kids were real intrigued and tickled, like that we had a visitor and stuff, and they were getting some energy back. And so they were all jumping around. Micah was patting him on the arm, which is like Micah's way of telling you that he loves you. Connor was wanting to chatter with him and stuff. I was like, okay guys, he's asking me questions about what happened. Let me talk to the guy. And so the guy's kind of asking me like what happened. Like, do you think that one of your kids might have, like, is it possible they put something down the toilet? I was like, you would think that this would be a problem with my youngest, but actually, no, this has never been, knock on wood, this has never been something that he's done, is like tried to flush a toy or something down the toilet. And so I'm like, no, I don't think that, I really don't think that's what happened. I said it happened after, my oldest used the restroom. And Connor looks at the guy, and with a perfectly straight face, just like feeling like he wants to be really helpful and informative, he looks at the plumber straight in the face and goes, I had a really big poop. I was trying so hard not to laugh, but I just kind of shook my head and I couldn't help but chuckle, and I think that the plumber was amused too. And I said, yeah, I do think that is what happened. And he was like, all right, well, let's go take a look. And wouldn't you know, the plumber had a hard time clearing it. And I was like, are you kidding me? He had like a fancy like tool with like a cable and all this other stuff. I'm like, I don't know what he's going up there to excavate. But yeah, no, apparently he had trouble too. And I want to be like, dude, Connor, you good? You good? But like, antibiotics can do and being sick can do funky things to your system. But I just thought that was so hysterical that he just, in his very shameless self, was like wanting to be helpful. I had a really big poop. Okay. So that happened. Goodbye $100. 'Tis the season. But it just, at the time, I just like texted my mom because it was still too painful to like talk. I was just like, Mom, when it rains, it pours. I don't think I told Adam about it until later in the day, because like he was literally, oh no, I think I did. And then he was like, I'm literally, the event is about to start. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was not looking at the clock. Like, forget I said anything. Like, look, honey, I'm so proud of you. But yeah, so that was that misadventure. Yeah, this is while Adam wasn't even home, so I had to deal with this by myself. And I was like, No. I need things to not go wrong. But it made for a funny story anyway. So, yeah. Other things that are going on. So this upcoming weekend, I should get to see some friends. I don't know if I should say anything because I don't know if she has said anything yet. But a friend is coming in. A fellow diamond painting friend from out of state is coming in to go to Disney, and so I'm going to hopefully get to meet up with her at downtown Disney. And we may have some other friends tag along in the area. And then I need the other cough drop. And then I'm hoping that it'll work out. We're trying to coordinate for Jade and Christiane and I to all go up to the Diamond Art Club pop-up in Century City. Or what's the the name of the market? They've posted about it. They posted it, Westfield Market maybe? Anyway, we were gonna try to drive up to that. It's in it's like in LA, so we were gonna try to go up to that together on Friday. Or Saturday. I think maybe Saturday. And then still trying to nail down plans. I texted people. But I also am supposed to go out with some just local, like non-diamond painting friends for a girlfriend's birthday. So it's going to be a busy weekend. Adam has lots of plans too, so we're like, wow, it's going to be a social weekend. But if any of you guys are in the area and have gone to the pop-up the Diamond Art Club did, let me know. Just because curious what people think of it. I've seen some pictures and stuff, and it's super fun that they have that. But yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna go myself and check it out. I mentioned earlier that I've been withdrawing a bit socially, and that actually is also involved, like, for whatever reason, I've kind of not been like watching a ton of YouTube. I don't know why I correlate those things in my mind, but like I haven't really been watching people's lives. Normally I use people's lives for background noise a lot and like chatting with people in there. I just haven't really been doing that. I've been really in the mood to watch like TV shows lately, and I've tried out a few new shows as well. And so what are some of the ones that I've watched or tried? It's funny because I feel like all of these are somehow like connected to the show Supernatural, which is, it's hilarious to me that a show like Supernatural is like my comfort food show, but it just is. So I watched I caught up on all of the episodes that are out for the Winchesters, which is a spin-off, like prequel and spin-off show. I'm actually really enjoying that. And then I'm not as crazy about this one, but it's light background noise. I've watched a few episodes of Big Sky, and only that specifically because Jensen Ackles from Supernatural joins the show. There's also like the guy who plays Desmond from Lost is on it, and Reba, like the country singer Reba, and she's great. But like I didn't even know. I hear Mr. IMDb over there screaming it in his head, the name of the actor who plays Desmond from Lost. Do you have headphones on? Maybe. Anyway. He's on the show, and anyway, it's okay. It's like takes place like in Montana and like in the country, but it's also like a detective show, thriller. Anyway, and then I started watching like literally just yesterday or today, and I don't know how I feel about this one yet, but I started watching the Shadowhunters. I'm pretty sure this is the show that if you guys were in the Black Friday live that the countdown live that I did with Jacqueline and Lindsay, I'm pretty sure that that this was the thing where when we were doing the giveaways and the giveaway tool would like scroll through and then it would like announce the winner and you'd see the person's profile picture. This one particular person had like, we're just going to say an attractive man as their profile picture. That obviously looked like a still of an actor or something. And in that video, I have to go back and watch the live in that part. Literally, Lindsay and Jacqueline and I, you could see us all lean in and squint at the screen at the same time to get a closer look at this picture. And then we all just like absolutely cracked up laughing. And we're like, who is that? Like, who is that from? And I'm pretty sure that that was one of the characters from the Shadowhunters. So I haven't read the book series that the show is based on, though it has been recommended to me several times. The Mortal Instruments. But maybe I'll add it to my list. I kind of shifted off of my audiobook kick a little bit. I'm hoping it'll come back, that bug will come back. But yeah, so anyway, that's kind of what I've been doing, just watching more in the way of like actual TV shows. Christmas is coming up super quickly. I'm taking part in the Christmas premieres again this year, which the past couple of years was coordinated by Pippa Brown. This year, Crafts with Crashly is coordinating it. And she's been really on it and stuff too. So thank you, Ashley, if you're watching. I signed up to join in, and I think all the spots are full this year. But if you're a creator and interested in participating next year, I don't have the best way to tell you how to keep in touch about it. But you could probably message Crafts with Crashly, I guess. Anyway, people have been like sending her their videos and stuff for her to add to a playlist because she wanted them in early, completely understandably so, just in case stuff falls through and they have to fill gaps and to make sure, it takes time to like set up the playlist and double check everything. It's the holidays, everyone's busy and stuff. But I sent her a message. I was like, I will film mine as soon as I can. Honestly, this WIP and Chat is a little bit of a test run to be like, do I have the stamina to do an hour? Because they need to be like a full hour. Because the idea is they go for, I think, 48 hours over Christmas and Christmas Eve. And the hope is that if, especially for people that are alone on Christmas Eve and Christmas, that if you want some company, whether that's you're wanting to actively chat with people or just listen in and feel a little bit less alone, that hopefully like basically around the clock for those 2 days that you could tune in. There'll be a playlist and stuff that you can just glance and see like whose premiere is going at this time. And the way that premieres work is that so for example, I'll pre-film a video. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do basically WIP and Chat style, but I'll pre-film a video. And say my premiere time slot is 9 a.m. on Christmas morning. At 9 a.m., my video will start and it will play. And there will be, for that hour, it basically plays like a live does, but it's not actually live. There is a live chat, like I will be in the chat, chatting with you guys as well. So it's interactive, but since it's pre-recorded, it's not like I'm able to respond to the live chat like in the video, but I can respond in the chat, if that makes sense. I don't know if that made sense. It's hard to explain premieres to people. It's kind of like if you just watch, if you participate in one, it makes sense. And the video stays live after, or rather it stays up. And so you could like then watch the video at any time and, skip through it and like watch with the live chat replay and stuff like that, I believe. So, I hope that made sense, but you'll probably start soon seeing creators, it'll probably pop up and you'll see like it'll say like scheduled for this day at this time, like their premiere, and we'll all have I think pretty similar thumbnails and stuff like that. So yeah, hope you can join in. I'll try to make it to as many as I can, depending on family plans and stuff like that. But yeah, but I do need to film that. I think I'm gonna do some like tag questions, like some Christmas and winter tag questions, because I think that's what I did last year, and I actually really did enjoy it, because in the live chat then people could answer the questions and we could just kind of like talk about it and stuff like that. So I think I just need to keep it simple. Some people have some really, really fun and creative ideas, and I love that. That's just not the energy that I tend to have when it comes for myself to be able to do when it comes to especially stuff around the holidays. And yeah, I don't know what it is about the holidays that can just be really triggering for mental health struggles and stuff like that, but it can be tough, and I want to send you guys lots of love if you're struggling as well. The timing with getting sick was problematic in so many ways. It was really bad timing as well for just like, I feel like I'm incredibly behind on all things Christmas. We still need to put our tree up, and just like Christmas shop and all that kind of stuff. So I am hoping that we can play some catch up, and I'll have the energy to take care of some of this stuff and all of that. But if you're struggling too, I see you. It's not just you. It's tough. It's tough this time of year. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I feel like I'm fading. But I'm gonna wrap it up and get this video uploaded and stuff for you guys, so I can at least have a little bit of a belated WIP and Chat. It's a little shorter, it's a little less polished, but I hope that you guys still enjoyed chatting and catching up. I am making slow, steady progress. You can see if you have been watching, in spite of the little wobbling and stuff, you can see how incredibly confetti heavy this canvas is. The sections are taking me longer to finish, but that's okay. Anyway, if you made it all the way to the end, how about a dragon emoji, since this kit has a dragon as one of the main subjects. And let me know how you're doing. Let me know how you've been. I hope you're staying healthy and taking care of yourself, because gosh, there's a bunch of gunk going around out there right now. So wash your hands for an extra few seconds. Sanitize. I've been masking when I go out again, well, now especially because I am sick and I want to do my part to help prevent other people from getting sick, but also just because like I got sick a lot less, even when I just generally feel like I got sick a lot less when I was masking when I went out in public and stuff. So I might bring that back for myself here the rest of this winter season. So anyway, let me know what you're working on. Let me know how you're doing. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. If you're not already subscribed, and you made it all the way to the end, you're probably going to like it here. So feel free to hit that subscribe button down there. And hopefully I'll catch you guys in whatever videos I do put out this week. I'm just going to listen to my body and put out what I have the energy and physical ability for. But if nothing else, hopefully I'll catch you guys in Christmas premieres and all that. So take care, my friends. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll chat with you in the next one. Bye.